Hey everyone. So today we're going to be talking about Peacekeeper. As you know from the title, and why I personally think she's the worst hero in the game at its current state. Before I get started, I would like to say that I think as a Rep 30 Peacekeeper main, I definitely have a great understanding of how she plays and how well she does, pretty much against all playstyles and heroes in general, right? Um, so a lot of you know PK was once considered the best hero in the game. At the time, you'd see her in tournaments. A train is going past right now. Sorry about this, guys. You might hear it in the background. But you'd see her in tournaments, reigning supreme. You'd see her in duels a lot. She had quite a high win rate. Barely anyone played her though. Like even before, like when she was a really good character at the time, she was still barely played. I don't even know why she was nerfed personally. Like, if they planned on buffing the characters, all the characters, then there was pretty much no point in nerfing her. I mean, she was good in tournaments, but that was about it. Um, so pretty much went all downhill in season 6. She got a nerf. Even though the devs did classify it as a rework, and I think everyone knows it clearly wasn't a rework. It was just a flat out nerf. So let's get into a list of reasons why PK is the worst hero in the game, in my eyes, in my personal opinion. Just remember guys, this is just my opinion. Calm the fuck down. So, we start off by talking about her damage, right? Her raw damage, compared to most other characters, is very lacking. I think all PKs out there would very much like it if PK wasn't bleed based neither, because... And instead we got raw damage, because so we don't have to wait for the bleed to take effect. Now onto her punishes. When season 6 hit, her punishes were pretty much completely removed. You can get a dash heavy from throw at a certain distance, but the chance of you even getting a guard break with Peacekeeper is about the same chance of you enjoying a cringy TikTok video. Pretty much slim to none, right? So taking away her punishes also removed even more damage that they already taken away. Excuse me. The main way she can be countered is literally just by blocking. Her lights aren't fast compared to most characters. She's very much lacking in chains, especially assuming your dagger cancel is considered a chain finisher. So even when you land the dagger cancel, you can't even keep it going and try to mix things up with something you got or do something else out of it. She really has no way of opening an opponent, no form of unblockable, no form of bash, nothing. This makes fights alone hard to deal with and boring, as very fucking boring, as you literally have no option other than to light, heavy, or guard break, and a kit is pretty much exactly that. Even on console, her whole quote-unquote mix-ups can again just be countered by a single block. PK really isn't hard to counter or hard to deal with. Also another thing, also another thing that really kind of got on my nerves is they slowed down PK's heavies. This made it so you can no longer soft feint guard break a Centurion or a Gladiator, for example. As the time it takes for a soft feint to happen, the vulnerability frames for their heavies is already gone. So, okay, onto her zone. Her zone, decent damage, good speed, but again, vulnerable, fucking hell, let me restart that. Decent damage, good speed, but again, doesn't really do much. Seeming most of the time, people just know to keep their guard to the right against PK, countering pretty much any right direction attack you throw out. So, these are my main reasons why I think PK is the worst hero in the game right now. That being said, I don't know how the devs are being so careful. I don't know why the devs are being so careful to make sure that PK doesn't doesn't become quote unquote overpowered again, which I seriously don't get at all. I mean, times have changed. We've all improved. We've all gotten used to this game, and even if they did give PK 40 damage heavies again, nothing would happen. Nothing. Like literally nothing would happen. She might go 1 to 2 spots up the tier list, but still guaranteed she'd still be very bad. And even so, people agree with me that if she was reverted to a hold state, she'd still barely change at all as far as ranking goes, and she'd still have the same problems that she faces now. Although the damage obviously will be a lot better. It will be a fucking hell of a lot better, because I mean 25, even 24 no, 23 damage heavies. It's just bad. You can barely get executions. So I don't get the whole issue with the devs taking it so slow, personally, and the way I'm considering PK to be the worst hero in the game is because she has a small kit with tiny damage, and even heroes like Nusha or Orochi have better damage. More chains. She'd still be outdone by every hero regardless. Now I'm going to suggest a few things they could do to her to make her better. Just going to go over the damage values really quickly. So, current state, 8th of the 2nd of the 2019th, the damage values go as the first light does 14 damage, 500 milliseconds. Second light, 15 damage, 400 milliseconds. Side heavies, 20 damage plus 11 bleed, totaling 31 damage, sorry. Top heavies, 23 damage plus 11 bleed, clocking in at 34 damage. Chained heavies, 27 damage plus 11 bleed, totaling 38 damage, which isn't actually too bad. Dagger cancel, 16 bleed. Dash attack is actually the really good dash attack. She actually has a really good dash attack, to be fair. Forward dodge dash is really good at tracking, but it's slow. That's the one problem with it, but it has really good tracking, to be fair. And 28 and 17 plus 11 bleed, totaling 28 damage for a dash attack is actually pretty good. Like, fair play. Definitely a good thing. So now, now you know the damage values. I'll go over the rework idea. More chains, including light, heavy, light. Heavy, light, heavy, heavy, light. So just adding those few chains would make PK a lot better as it is. Her damage, heavies should be 25 damage, plus 6 bleed. Lights should be 15 damage. Chained lights, 12 to 13 damage. Chained heavy should be 38 damage. Maybe the chained heavies should do 25 damage, but then have maybe 15 bleed or something, making them like 40 damage. I don't know. Anything between like 35 to 40 damage for second chain heavies. Dagger cancel should be able to be done from any side, dealing 12 damage. Preferably raw damage, not bleed damage, and can be continued into a dodge attack or dash cancelled, as long as the dagger cancel successfully hits. Now we move on to 2 opener ideas. She only gets 1, or add 2. I really don't care. I want PK really up there on the tier list again, because she's so fucking boring to play. I mean, there's literally nothing you can fucking do. I mean, Shigoki is now a better class than Peacekeeper. I mean, holy shit, how the tides have turned, man. So these are the opener ideas. Top heavy can be fainted into a form of pommel strike with her dagger pommel in another hand. Sorry, I can't even fucking speak today. Holy shit. And the kind of animation like Centurion's stamina draining punches, right? So when you guard break, you can do the punches. You can do the 3 punches with Centurion. That would be pretty cool, like the animation of that, but using her dagger, like a dagger pommel, in her left hand. That'd be pretty cool. I like that idea. Unblockable, or an unblockable done from any chained heavy, which can be fainted into a dodge attack, dash attack. A dodge attack. Fuck, I really can't speak. Holy shit. Into a dodge attack, a dash, or a guard break, and finally her deflect should be a raw 30 to 35 damage, which could then possibly continue her chains, or something like that. That's just a rough idea. So yeah, that's pretty much just a rough idea of what I sort of want the rework to be like. I mean, there's plenty of options, there's plenty of things they could do with Peacekeeper just to make it better, but honestly, I'm just like so sick of having to fucking turtle, because throwing out an attack with Peacekeeper is just fucking full on parry bait. You can't do anything against any class anymore. I mean, Raider, pretty much every class is better than PK at the moment. Like, Nusha can do better, she has more chains and faster lights. Orochi can do better, he has more counter attack. I mean, like, plus, I would really like her deflect to be sped up, because PK's deflect is actually very slow, and I think another good idea that really needs to be put into For Honor is making it so deflect always interrupts hyper armor, right? Because at the moment, if you deflect a Zerker and he throws out another heavy with hyper armor, I mean, you're fucking screwed. You're eating that fucking damage. It's actually fucking stupid. The way Berserker is designed, man, it's just like, it's too much. You shouldn't be able to trade with lights. It was a little bit too ridiculous. If they took the hyper armor away from lights, then he'd actually be perfectly fine. But yeah, it's supposed to be a video about PK, but anyways, that's pretty much all my ideas in a nutshell. If you have any ideas, just leave them in the comment section below. That really would be appreciated. Make sure to like the video, and yeah, peace.